You know, they say that a certain booze makes people act a certain way. You can't drink whiskey because it makes you angry. You can't drink gin because it makes you silly. You can't drink tequila because it makes your clothes fall off. That's a thing, right? I had a friend when I was younger that could not drink Budweiser. Bud Heavy. Like, if you saw this man with a Bud Heavy in his hand, game over, shut it down for the night. Somebody's getting hurt. I once saw this friend in the middle of a questionable bar in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, that I won't mention by name. But if you grew up in Mount Juliet, going to like the only bar in town when we were in college in 2006, you know which bar I'm talking about. See him in there, he's got a bottle of Bud Heavy, and he just takes it up and just slams it on the ground. The bottle doesn't break miraculously, but it makes an awful noise. And I just look at him and I just say, all right, this is going to be one of those kind of nights. Maybe we should get our check and get out of here before something crazy happens. And I've never really been that way with any sort of booze. You know, there's nothing that I just drink that I inherently get fired up for. I did think of 3 beers that I consume that have attitudes that go with them. And I thought, man, this would be something fun to talk about on a SoBros Hot Minute. First one I want to mention, Coors Light. There's something oddly comforting about a Coors Light for me, like the way it just pairs with junk Little Caesars pizza. We don't call them DCLs for nothing. Delicious Coors Light. There's those nights where you pound a 6er of Coors Light and eat an entire Little Caesars pizza. I swear that stuff's good for the soul. In the summertime, nothing hits like a Modelo to me. That's why I call it Modelo season. It's light, it's refreshing, but it doesn't taste like just watered down piss like a lot of light beer these days. So it's perfect for the summertime, if you ask me. But it does kind of like the vibes come with it, right? It's party season. You feel good. And that's a common thread through all of these. But the last one I'm going to mention is less about the beer and more about the mindset that comes with it. Coors Light goes down smooth. It makes you feel good. Modelo fits perfectly in the summertime because it's smooth and it doesn't sacrifice on flavor. And then for me personally, there's the Steel Reserve. Steel Reserve tastes like drinking gasoline straight out of the pump, but you can get about 30 of them some bitches for about $18. Might power your lawnmower too. I haven't had any Steel Reserve in a long time, but those were reserved for those nights when I was feeling overwhelmed. You needed a few beers, but payday was still a week or 2 away. And that's what was so dangerous when I got to drinking Steel Reserve. I think the last time I drank Steel Reserve, I drank about 12 of them, smoked an entire pack of Swisher Sweets in one night, and then was taking back bumps onto a bonfire. If you don't know, if you're not a wrestling fan, you don't know what the term back bump means. I was like basically having a wrestling match by myself on top of a bonfire. There's video of it somewhere. I think I lost at least 8% lung capacity that night. But I'm willing to acknowledge that that's not the beer. That's the mindset that comes along with it, right? You're broke, you're stressed out, you got to blow off some steam. What's the easiest, cheapest way to do it? Steel Reserve. So those are my 3 beers with attitudes. If you got one, drop it in the comments. Let me know. We'll see you next month for another SoBros Hot Minute.